May I now invite President Ibrahim Muhammad Saleh to deliver his statement.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Republic of Seychelles Rais, Wevel, Ramkalawan. Isitar Waziro, Media Toge, Befrum, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Republic of Seychelles Rais, His Excellency Wevel, Ramkalawan Shah. Manfanaga Waftuga, Himini Wadainova Befruna. Dihraja were Hoon Marhabai Dano. Rais Ramkalawan get Midatur Flaki. Argument the Gom get the Metuga Oi Gai Guluma Iturveganda Tarihi a Kurierme. Dihraja Seychelles Saki Duru Avateri the Gom Kamga V Namavis. Argon menge de gomge de metuga huri tafata kavre eggoi kankangina. Jazira tauge ravvehinge haisiyatu. Argon menge adakadataka diriuluma kura masaketaka. Diriulumge wattafali guys eggoingeta kantatake hore. Argon menge exotaka kanduge roding bodeti manfaatake libe iru. Argon menge sulhaya Salameterikan Gulifawani, India Kanduge Salamata Rakaterikama. Algun Menge Emme Bod Ek Kambodu Mekamava Musumi Badaltaka Ekamunkura Nedeve Asartavis Gulifawani Algun Menge Gaumuta Vashada Fawa Bia Kanduge Oivarasha Diavara Taragige Mauga Algun de Gaumge Tajribaya Musumi Badalto Kisabun Kurimatua Gonjahuntaka. Argument the Gomgas, Hassas, Maslatan, Haluhodumga. Miharavre Boda, the Gom Guligan. Ebbayako, Anebayaka, Ebbarlo, Dem Vanekama, Algondo, Deke. Is it a rise? Dihraja Manikfan Tiakurava, the Turfulaki. Seychelles Gesarukarun, Dihraja. Seychelles ge de gulunta itura badahi kuruma devva iskan ramskodde aligada hekke. Miyadu midatur fluge terei algonda Rais Ramkalawan rasmi mashwarata bevi. Mi mashwarata huga degomge demeduga onna guluma bainalogwa mi madanuga degomun kura emmeha masaketeka gule gotu mashwarako Degomge Demetuga Equirkama Ebbarluma Ebbayaku Anebayaka Heokon Hitumge Ruh Itura Badahi Kurevene Guitakamed Hialta Badal Kurevan Dihraja Seychelles Demedu Visa Negumaka Nula Datur Kurevene Intizam Hamajesuma Ebbasumega Miat Soikurevigen Diumaki Argumena Libe Nuhano Bodo Ufale Mi Ebbasumge Sababu Divehina Seychelles ge Rayituna Demedu Onna Gai Gulu Itura Badahi Kurumge Fursat Fulave Degomge Demeduga Hinga Muamalait Itur Kurma Fahiregen Dane Fatur Verikamge Dairain Degomge Demeduga Tajribaya Maulumat Sakuruma Behegotum Adi Degomum Misinatuga Gengule Masakatuge Wattafaling Tajriba Libiganevene Goitakamed Algonda Rais Ramkalawan Masharakuri. Iksoda Viafari Dairain, the Gomge de Meduga Hinga, Iksodi Harkaita, Iturkurmasha. Kureve Viafari Muamalatoge Mimber Iturkurmataka. The Gomge de Medga, the Turfatur Kurumge, Intizam Tan Itura Friham Kurma. Argumemvani Ebbasefa. Migotu Raja Seychelles Demed Vag the Turfaturuge Hidmeta Fishma Gule Ebbasumega Miad Soikurevigan Diumaki Argon Nuhan Ufadak Fahakura Kame Mi Ebbasumge Sababum Dihraja Seychelles Demeduga Hinga Viafari Muamalata Itur Kurma Magfahigan Dane Adi Degomge Rayitunge Demeduga Gulum Badahi Kurmasha Algun menge Jazira degom tajriba kolluma kemmadu fatibi faturverina Rajyega sunny side of life tajriba kolla another world Seychelles ga tajriba kollumge fursat libigendane zuwanunna kuliweruge dairai algon me miwani vocational training na zuwanun taraggi kurma gule fahumunama akofa midairatakun algon men guligen kuramunda masakketahuge sababu degomge zuwanunna bodeti manfaatake libigendane kamamedu algon shakkenna kuran सरहदी अदि बैनलोगामी मसरहुगा राज्य सीशेल्स मुहिम्मु दायरा तकु एक गौम अनेक गौमंग एब्बारुलुन दिनुंगे दिगु माजिये एब ओय मूसुमंग अन्न बदल तक तिमाविट्ट लिबे गेल्लुन तक खंडु तक मसुरिकम बेलहेट्टुमा इंसानी हग्गु तक सलामता रक्का तेरिकम फद कंकमुगा राज्य सीशेल्स वनी गुಳಿಗೆಂ एतके masaketake kofa aliftaluge ituru Indian Ocean Rim Association na Alliance of Small Island States emifahun rajyim bayaveri Organization of African, Caribbean and Pacific States ge yomiyage tereimis rajya Seychelles guligen migendani gina masaketake kuram Seychelles adi rajyim ek gawm anek gawm demunda ebbardu miharover ituru kurevene gottaka gule gotumis miyad algume mashwara kurin wakin khasako musuman anna badaltakun libe gelluntaka dekola masakke kuruma timavetta libe gellunta kudakuruma shamu shahuga nimi dia COP27 ga gayam kurawun loss and damage facility ge masakketta feshuma waanjihe tayaritaka nu iksoda gule kankamga ekuga masakke kuruma ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಕಣ್ಣುಗೆ ಮಹುಗೆ ಆಬಾದಿ ಬೆಲೆಹೆಟ್ಟುಮ್ಗ ಎಬ್ಬಾರ್ದೊಂದಿನು ಫಾಹ ಕೊಲ್ಲವೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಕಣ್ಣುಗೆ ಸಲಾಮತ ರಕ್ಕಾತಿರಿಕಮಕಿ ದಿಹ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸೀಶೆಲ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಸಲಾಮತ ರಕ್ಕಾತಿರಿಕಮ ಗುಳಿ ಲಾಮ್ ಹಿಫಾವಾ ಕಮೆ ದೆ ಗೌಮವೆಸ್ ಕುರಿಮತಿವಾ ನುರಕ್ಕಾತಕು ರಕ್ಕಾತೆರಿ ಉಮಾಷ ಕುರಿಮತಿವಾ ಗೊಂಜೆ ಹುಂತಕು ಅರಾಗತುಮಟ್ಟಕ ಮಿಹಾರುವರ ಬುಡ ದಿಹ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸೀಶೆಲ್ಸ್ ಫದ ಗೌಮುತ ಗುಳಿಗೆ ಮಸಕ್ಕಿ ಕುರುಮಕಿ ಮುಹಿಮ್ಮು ಕಮಿ ಕಮಾಮೆದು ಎವ್ವೆಸ್ ಶಕ್ಕೆನ್ನೆ ಮಿಗೊತು ಅಲ್ಗೊಂಡ ರೈಸ್ ರಮ್ಕಲಾವನ್ ವಾಣಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಕನುಗೆ ಸರಹದ್ದುಗ ಅಲ ಫೆತ್ರೆಮುಂ ಅನ್ನ ಸಲಾಮತಿ ಮಸಲತ ಕಮವ ಕನುಫೇರುಮ ಮಸ್ವಾತಕತಿಗೆ ವಗುಫಾರಿಯ ನಿರುಬರಿಕಮ ಕಾನೂನಾ ಖಿಲಾಫ ಗವಾಯತಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇರು document nukrave gota misarhadduga kurave masirikam fada salamati masaltakan halhoduma argument de gawmun gulige masakke kuranekama mashwara kofa adi miedu soikuri protocol and cooperation to combat transnational organized crime and other maritime security and safety threats saki sarahaddi salamata rakka terikan kashor kurumga ಎಬ್ಬಾರದು ಇತುರು ಕುರ್ಮಾ ಗುಳೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಮಸಕ್ಕೆ ಕುರ್ಮೆಂಗಳು ಮುಹಿಮ ಫಿಯೋರೆ ರೈಸ್ ಮೀದು ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡು ಬೆಣ್ಣ ಕುರೋನು ಮಶ್ವರಾತಕ್ಕ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡು ಹಿಂಗೆ ಮಜೆ ಅದಿ ಮಶ್ವರಾತ ಕುರಿಯ ಒಯ್ತಾಂಗ ಅಳ್ಮೆಂಗೆ ದೆ ಗೌಮ್ಗೆ ಆಫೀಷಲ್ ಕುರಿಯ ಗೆಂಗೊಸ್ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸೀಶೆಲ್ಸ್ ಆದೆಮೆದು ಮಿಹಾರವ್ವರೆ ಬೊಡ ಗುಳು ಬದಹಿವೆ ಬೈನಲೊಗ್ಗಾಮಿ ಮಯಾದಾನುಗಾಸ್ ಗುಳಿಗೆಂ ಕುರ ಮಸಕ್ಕೆತ್ತ ಇತುರು ಕುರವೇನ ಕವಾಮೆದು ಅಳ್ಗುಣ್ಗೆ ಯಗಿಂಕ ಎಬೋಯ್ ಮನಿಫಾನು ರಾಜ್ಯತ್ಯ ಕುರವಾದ ತುರ್ಫುಳಕಿ ನಿಯಾಮ ಉಫಾವಿರಿ ದತುರ್ಫುಳಕ ವಾಣಕಮ ಉಮೀದ್ ಕುರ ಹಮ್ಮ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಎಂಬರಿ ಗೌಮ ವಡಾಗಣ್ಣವಾರ ರಾಜ್ಯಗೆ ಉಫಾವಿರಿ ಹಂದಾಂತ ಗೆಂದವಾಣಕಮ ಬೆಸ್ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡು ಉಮೀದ್ ಕುರ ಅದಿ ಅಳ್ಗೊಂಡು ಮೆಂಗೆ ದೆ ಗೌಮ ಕುರಿಮತಿವಾ ಗೊಂಜು ಹೊಂತಕು ಅರಾಗತುಮ್ಗ ಮನಿಕ್ ಫಾನ್ಗೆ ಗಾಯಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ವೇರಿಯೆ ಅದಿ ಬ್ಯಾವರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತುಗ दिह राज्य उन्नाने कम के फुरी हम यकीन कमा इतबार अरुणरवा शुक्रिया रब्बुल शुक्रिया अस्सलाम वालेकुम व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातहू
Thank you, Excellency. And now I would like to invite His Excellency Mr. Ramkalawan to deliver his statement.
Your Excellency, my dear friend, Mr. Soli, members of the delegations and members of the press, let me first of all thank you for the very kind invitation and also the very warm welcome that my delegation and myself have received since we landed here in Mali, Maldives. The hospitality has been extraordinary. And you talk about fond memories. I mean, the collection keeps getting bigger. And we will definitely go back to the Seychelles with, well, feeling more relaxed, but also with the urge to come back to visit beautiful Maldives. Your Excellency, I would like to thank you for the invitation. And as has been said, this is the first first state visit by a President of the Seychelles to the Maldives. And this in itself shows clearly the level of the relations. We want it to go to a higher level. And Seychelles and the Maldives will continue to do that. We have been cooperating on various issues, on various projects, and the Seychelles has always been ready to support the Maldives whenever you have sought our support. And let me reassure you, Your Excellency, that this will continue, and we are proud of the candidates that we have supported from the Maldives, because you have done us proud. When we supported the Maldives foreign minister, my dear friend Mr. Shahid, to be the president of the UN General Assembly, we did so knowing that he had the capacity. And here I am today in the Maldives to say, congratulations, because you did us proud. You did a fellow island, Indian Ocean island state, proud in the way you deliberated, in the way you led the UN. And we have definitely felt encouraged by the action of Your Excellency. Of course, this morning we discussed the various issues that continue to be of grave concern on the one hand, but at the same time for us to see how we can further develop the friendship and the cooperation. The first one on the visa waiver is indeed a most welcome sign that between the two nations, as of now, Seychellois and Maldivians will be able to enter each other's countries as bona fide visitors. And this is a clear sign of the trust that we have placed in each other as nations. As far as the air services agreement, this is us taking note that we need to further strengthen. If we are giving the visa waiver, we also need to have the direct connections. For example, I could have taken Air Seychelles direct from Victoria to the Maldives, taking less than 4 hours. But because we do not have those connections, I've had to go Seychelles, Dubai, 4 hours, transit another 5 hours, and then come down another 3 hours. So I do hope that the air services agreement will be able to facilitate the transport facilities between our two nations, and that more Maldivians will be able to visit Seychelles and vice versa. And this leads me directly to the youth and sports. We want our young people to know each other, our young people to compete in the spirit of sportsmanship, and whilst doing so, we want them to draw closer to each other. So I'm looking forward to the shared experience of our young people, and of course, by developing the youth, the friendship shared by the youth, we will also be able to fight all the social ills that may affect our two countries. So we're looking ahead. And finally, the one on maritime security is a sure sign that both our countries take seriously to the abuses that happen on the high seas. We are talking of illicit drugs that are transported. We're talking of arms. We're talking of piracy, of human trafficking. And by signing this agreement, both our nations have said, we want to help the world move towards greater security. We want peace. And this is at the heart of our desires as nations. And I do hope that we can be successful in promoting those maritime exchanges. I can easily see areas of greater cooperation between our two coast guards, training and joint exercises. So, Your Excellency, I believe that this visit is already a success. We have already shown that as two island states, we are concerned about what is happening in the world. We want to see our two nations draw closer together. But of course, we are both concerned about climate change and the effects that it will have on our countries. Low-lying islands that are at the verge of disappearing in certain instances. We have the same issues, and this is where, again, the two nations and at our leadership level, we've met on different occasions already, where we've addressed the climate agenda. And this visit will definitely consolidate our position. And at COP28, we will be able to stand the two nations with a stronger voice, making known to the world that whilst our emissions are next to zero, we are suffering the brunt of the effects of climate change. The rise in sea level, the greater surges, and the disappearance of our place of living. For us, it's not just a very nice topic to talk about, but we're talking about our very existence. So we have to stand together. And again, I believe that with, for example, the role that the Maldives is playing on the loss and damage fund that is being set up, we will be able, hopefully, to move into the area of the establishment of the MVI, the Multidimensional Vulnerability Index, whereby our two countries will be able to have a strong voice saying, we are not asking necessarily for grants, but we want to have access to concessionary funding in order for us to save our countries. And of course, we also talked about the scourge of COVID, which has set our development agenda backwards. We are now trying to catch up for us to give our youth better education, our people greater health facilities, and addressing issues of housing and development, the economic side and the social side. So, Your Excellency, for me, this visit, as I say, is one whereby we are strengthening and saying to the world, and I hope our two peoples really understand, that the Maldives and the Seychelles have so much in common. We are very close, but yet we were a little far from each other. But now we are much closer, and for this, I think our two nations will benefit greatly. So once again, I would like to say thank you very much to you personally, Your Excellency, and to the people of the Maldives for the warm welcome. It's been it is an experience in itself, and for me it's like coming home. When I go to Europe and I don't see the sea, I'm homesick. But here in the Maldives, I'm at home. And I even went for a little swim yesterday. And yes, it's the same ocean. And it's still the warm ocean. So, Your Excellency, I want to wish you personal good health, you and the First Lady, and all the members of your family, and the members of your government. It's obvious that there is much work for us to do, and I know you will soon be facing new elections, and I pray that democracy, the very principle that you believe in, will reign, and I wish the Maldives victory in that election. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen of the press. This concludes the press engagement for today.